Welcome, your boy J Dub here, Healing Shame, July 9th. Um, I'm leaving here in less than a week. In about 6 days, I leave Chiang Mai. I still dealing with my Invisalign, as you know, loose tooth, moving through the alveolar bone towards to fill this gap up. That's what's happening slowly, and we're hoping the tooth survives the migration and everything works out okay. I'm just going through it. As far as this goes as well, if you ever have the experience going through this, I would suggest if you can to only do one tray at a time because the feeling of plastic where your teeth feel like they can't breathe because they're surrounded by the plastic, it really takes some adjustment to get used to. But if you have one set of teeth, like you leave the bottom on and the top can breathe, or vice versa, it really would be a lot better to go with one at a time, if possible. That would be my suggestion. I can't now because we can't let this sit here. I guess I could, but I've already started now and I just need to push through it. Um, So anyway, we're doing what we're doing. It is what it is. Can't go back and change anything. But just a suggestion, if you do decide to go through Invisalign, I would suggest one at a time. If your dentist suggests, or if the bite won't be off and everything else, will still match up fine, then I would definitely go with that. Just my suggestion. Okay, take it for what it's worth. It takes some getting used to. And if you have a cold or your throat hurts or you got some sinusitis going on, rhinitis, sinusitis, you're hacking stuff up, it feels a lot harder to swallow and you feel there's something in there already because of the drainage. And then these on here, you want to rip them off. Last night I had that, didn't sleep that well. Um, Had a conversation with my father last night. Not very good. I didn't feel comfortable with it at all. He was bringing some stuff up that my older brother had said about me. I guess he had said I had bipolar or something. Now, I don't ever remember telling him that. And first of all, I've never been diagnosed with bipolar. I don't know if I am bipolar. I do have a personality disorder, otherwise unspecified. I'm just calling that out for what it is. I was diagnosed with that about 22 years ago, 21, 22 years ago when I saw a psychologist. That's what the MMPI-2 showed. Okay, yeah. But bipolar, no, he never said it was. It was unspecified. And I don't know if bipolar is personality disorder or not. I'm not sure exactly all the code and how that fits in there. I'm not a professional. But that rattled me a little because I felt judged, and I felt like I was being labeled or trying to be classified as someone unstable or untrustworthy or dangerous. I just felt judged and it triggered me. So the conversation wasn't so good at first. We walked through it, we went through it, and I guess we got through there. It wasn't easy, didn't like it, made me very uncomfortable. And then it made me think, parts of me anyway said, I'm just not going home. Why would I go back there where everybody still sees me as this degenerate? I can stay in Asia and just be my own entity without the judgment. I don't need the judgment from anybody, period. But he said he was just trying to be helpful. So I'm just giving him the benefit of the doubt. And, because he was thinking about, well, what I could do to stay in America and get the treatment I need to resolve these issues. So I'm just taking him at his word. And he's trying to be helpful. But it was tough. I do get triggered still. I've got about a week, a little more than a week, 8 days or so before I'm leaving Thailand, coming out of here and going back. And there are a lot of things to prepare before I get there, reinstating your car insurance and getting the car battery and the oil. You got to get everything changed. I got a doctor's appointment the next day. So I got to get that car, all the oil changed and everything done that day. That's the plan, is to get under there and just do it. I also need an oil filter removal socket wrench, or not a socket, um, so I can put that on my tool and just you know, take that oil filter off of there. I might be able to borrow one of those from the local auto zone. You can borrow and then take them back and you get the refund. I might just do that, or I might buy one. Actually, it'd probably be better to just buy one. Um, might be better to do that because I'll be using it again. So I think all those tools are gone from the garage. My mom sold a bunch of things, just auctioned everything off out at the garage, and that place is empty as empty as a shithole. So that there's nothing left out there. Compressors there, a couple of tools, odds and ends here and there, but everything, it was gutted, man. It was gutted. Even some of my stuff got auctioned off. Some important things that I wanted are gone. They took that stuff. That was my stuff. I don't even know what was in there, but some of my paintings, some tools, some important things, some keepsakes, it was all just gone, lost. That made me a little bit upset. Uh, you know, that's not good. And I've asked my mom about that. Where's that stuff at? She said she'd call the company, never happened. So that stuff's probably gone for good. It just is what it is. So I got to watch that stuff. I don't want to lose anything else that's important to me. And there were some important things there. This is just the type of stuff that goes on in a system like this. People don't think, they're in grief, they just don't think straight, they don't have a program to work, and so stuff gets gone, and it just, whatever. But anyway, no big deal. It is what it is. It's probably gone. It can't be getting back, can't be returned. I just let it go. But yeah, after that conversation made me think I don't need to go back here. There's nothing for me to go to. It's still dysfunctional. People are still crazy, and there's still issues and problems. So I'm just going to stay in Asia, not going home, not going to visit, none of that. Don't need it. Don't need it in my life. I've already got enough things I'm working on. But it's a pretty good test of sobriety at the same time, I guess. So, you can kind of test where you are, gauge yourself, try to walk through some hard things. There's stuff I need to do there anyway. Not crucial, but getting a doctor's checkup, putting some money in the bank, cash, getting it away. I mean, getting it off my hands is cash. It's not good to carry that stuff around, and dropping bags off and knocking it down to one bag if I do decide to come back to Asia, which I may. My dad's thinking, well, maybe you shouldn't go back to Asia. Try to stay in the States, put your feet down, root in, and stick it out here, and try to hang tight. That's going to give me something to think about. Depends on what happens, how I feel, how things go, where I'm going to be staying there in southern Indiana, about 2 hours from my hometown, and what help I can get there, how the car does. It's going to depend on a lot of things, especially if I can get some kind of job that is decent or not. It's going to depend on that too. So we're just going to have to wait and see. But the conversation did rattle me. It does make me realize that I'm not immune. I'm still not completely detached from their comments or any of the feelings or emotions that arise out of this, out of being judged. Um, that's going to take some time, and I'll continue to work through it. But I just wanted to keep the videos going because I've slacked. There's a lot of things I've dropped off of. I was going to do the Sharky Lang, as you see. I haven't released anything new in a couple of weeks. I don't know. I guess the perfectionism stopped me from doing it because it couldn't be perfect, so I just wasn't going to put it out. Sound effects take a lot of work. All that, the audio tracks, the sound effects, it's a lot of work. And so I just stopped about halfway through episode 2. I don't know if I'll pick it back up anytime soon. I may not. I don't know. I do want to do something creative and continue pushing forward on my creative tasks. Maybe it's painting. Maybe it's not the audiobook and it's not this or that. Maybe it's painting. That seems more natural and organic for me to paint anyway. Visual arts. Um, Seems a little bit of a better fit. I just need to find some peace. I'm looking for a place I can go to find peace. You can find that here in Chiang Mai, Thailand, but there's a lot of tourism, and that ruins it some for me. If you get outside the city a little bit, I guess it get better. You can get to a monastery, become a monk. I need to push myself to do a Muay Thai class, at least one before I go. Probably just stop by and give them the money first and say, hey, I want to do a group class. So here's the money, and push myself to pick a day. If I go back out and pass by that Muay Thai place nearby, I'm going to give them the cash and say, I want a group class, and I'll just pick a day whenever I'm ready and just go do it and pay for it first. Push myself. That'll at least force myself into it. Trying to get a lot of things lined up before I go home because, like I said, there are things: car battery, oil change, the insurance, the money on the Chicago Metro card, Ventra card. There's just little things like that you got to get in order before you go there, just so you don't inconvenience people. And that's all I got to say today. I think I just want to touch base, keep this going, so I don't slack off, because I know how I am. If I miss, I'm obsessing about my hairline too. You can say I need a haircut before I go, also. But I'm obsessing about this because if I miss one meeting, I mean one video or meeting, AA, then I'll next thing you know I've missed three. Next thing you know it's been a month and I haven't done anything. So it's keeping it going. Till next time, all the best. Take care.